I never expected to write a second play after Pretty Fire. I wrote Pretty Fire. I thought it would get me some work that didn't have music in it, because I'd been doing all those years of musicals. So I thought I'd write this Pretty Fire, and everybody could see I could do a play without singing. And yay, that was it. And I was in rehearsal with Daniel Sullivan, and we were actually rehearsing Pretty Fire in Seattle at Seattle Rep when he was artistic director there. And we had a break. And on this break, I told him about my auntie, whom we loved when we were little girls, Allie and I, because she was a grown-up, but she acted like us. And then I became a cool teenager, and this auntie was brought to Albany, New York from the South to live with us. And she was like, oh my God, not in my life now. Period, the end. And then I told him how she managed to change my life and was set me on a journey that made me find my identity and made me pay attention to the simpler things in life. She was instrumental in my growing up. And then at the end of the break, he says, you know that story you just told about your aunt? I gave him some anecdote. He says, write a play about that, and we'll have it in the new play workshop next year this time. So he gave me a year to write a second play. And that's how Neat came about. It starts with a story. And then I have to try it on and physicalize it and create. Oh, I do sensorial. I create sensorially. What am I feeling? What am I smelling? What am I tasting? What am I hearing? And that informs the rewrite, because the more I can bring life to what I'm saying, the more the audience stays with me. Because in solo work, it's really not by yourself. Solo work is like a duet. It's me and the audience. And I have to see them a little. I have to see them all the time, so I can actually use them to go from one beat to the next. If someone says, like that, it's like, okay, right, and then I'm off to the next one. If someone says, oh my God, and that informs the next beat. It's really like playing tennis with the audience. When they come, they like to come en masse. They like to come like a caravan down from Albany, New York, and they take over a matinee. And it's really funny to watch them tell the story to them, because they know all the things that I'm not saying. So when the audience is laughing, my family is passing out. They're all passing out napkins. They're crying, Kleenex. They're crying. And when the audience is silent, they're laughing up a storm. So the matinee, when my family shows up, is like the toughest toughest performance I could ever do, because it's crazy. They know the ins and the outs of the story. I always said if I had to do it again, I want to come from the inside out, not from the outside. So this exercise that MTC has asked me to do was, to me, very dangerous and frightening. And, my attempt was to match the medium. I'm not on a big stage. Manhattan Theater Club. First of all, I did this play called Ain't Misbehavin', right after it became a big hit in New York City at Manhattan Theater Club. And that started my relationship with Barry and Lynn and the theater. And after that, I did other plays for Manhattan Theater Club. Gretchen Crier's play, Hang On to the Good Times. So they were a theater home for me. Lynn was taking a chance on me, because at the time, people were like, a solo play. First of all, they didn't call it a solo play. They called it a one-man show, a one-woman show. And nobody liked those. Everybody's like, I don't like those, So it was a risky deal back then because not many of us were doing it. But Manhattan Theater Club took a chance on me and ended up doing, I think, the first 3 plays I ever wrote.